Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back to my channel. This is part 3 of Surah Al-Imran. In this video, we'll continue our journey through unity, hypocrisy, and Battle of Uhud. In Surah Imran, Allah calls the believers the best of nations, a people who enjoin good, forbid evil, and believe in Allah. Allah also commands the believers to hold firmly to His rope, all of them together, and never to let division creep in among them. Since the Prophet, peace be upon him, also gave a sobering warning. He said that just as the Jews and the Christians split into many sects, this nation too would divide into 73 sects. Only one would remain true to what he and his companions stood for. It's a warning that still echoes today in every divide we see among believers. The way back is simple. Hold on to the Qur'an and the Sunnah, and don't let labels replace faith. A reminder for every generation, unity is not optional, it is a command. In Surah Al-Imran, Allah warns the believers about a particular kind of danger, people close to them, who smile and speak sweetly, but whose hearts conceal something else entirely. Their hatred runs deep, far deeper than what their tongues let slip. And then comes a profound truth. Whatever falls upon the believers, good or hard, happens by Allah's permission. So the response isn't fear of these people. It's patience, taqwa, and trust that Allah is watching every hidden heart. Now, the question that always comes to our mind, who are the people Allah loves? As mentioned in Ayat 134. People who give in charity, not only when life is easy, but even in hardship. Those who swallow their anger instead of letting it control them. Those who forgive, even when they have every right not to. This is the description of al-Muhsinun, those who go beyond the minimum, simply because they love Allah. Followed by a very powerful question in Ayah 142 that should sit with every one of us today. Allah asks, "Did you think you would enter paradise before Allah made evident those among you who strive in His cause and those who are patient?" Paradise isn't given for free. It is earned through sacrifice, sincerity, and steadfastness. It is earned through as-sabirun, the patient ones. Allah then reminds the believers of the prophets and righteous people who came before them, men who fought, who bled, who lost loved ones in His cause, yet never lost heart. They did not weaken, they did not despair, they did not surrender after defeat. They kept standing. And Allah tells us, plainly, He loves as-sabirun, those who hold firmly to that same patience and perseverance. The Battle of Uhud. A year before, at the Battle of Badr, 313 lightly armed Muslims faced 1,000 Makkan fighters and won. It shook all of Arabia. The Qur'an even mentioned 3,000 angels descending to fight alongside the believers that day. But the Quraysh of Makkah never forgot that humiliation. A year later, enraged and thirsty for revenge, they gathered an army of 3,000 men and marched toward Medina. This time, the battlefield would be the slopes of Mount Uhud. 1,000 Muslims went out to meet them, but 300 turned back before the fighting even began, leaving only 700 to face an army more than 4 times their size. The Prophet, peace be upon him, made one decision that would define the entire battle. He placed 50 archers on a small hill overlooking the battlefield, under the command of Abdullah ibn Jubayr, with one instruction repeated again and again: hold this position no matter what happens, whether we win or whether we lose. Do not leave it. At first, the Muslims pushed the Quraysh back. It looked like another Badr, but as the enemy began to retreat, many of the archers believed the battle was already won. 40 of them left their post to join in collecting the spoils, leaving only 10 behind. That gap was all Khalid ibn al-Walid needed. he led a cavalry charge around the hill and struck the Muslims from behind. Confusion spread through the ranks. The Prophet, peace be upon him himself, was wounded. Many companions were martyred that day. One moment of disobedience changed the course of a battle that had already been won. After the pain of Uhud, Allah doesn't tell the Prophet, peace be upon him, to abandon his people for their mistake. Instead, he's told to forgive them, to consult them, and to keep moving forward in trust. And then comes the reminder every believer needs to hear after a setback. If Allah helps you, none can overcome you. And if He withdraws His help, who else could possibly help you? Real strength was never in numbers or strategy alone. It was always in reliance on Allah. But the story of Uhud isn't over. In part 4, we'll uncover the deeper lessons Allah draws from this battle. Stay with us. Like, share, and subscribe so more hearts can reconnect with the Book of Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuhu.